Hi guys, it's your girl Jilly. We are moving on to Aries and Aries compatibility. Now remember, this will not, I repeat, this will not resonate with every Aries, as every Aries has their own individual birth chart. You want to look up the Venus, Moon, and Mars sign of the Aries that you are interested in for a more accurate assessment. I have zodiac and relationship videos that are going to pertain more towards the Venus and Moon sign. I also have sex with the zodiac videos that's going to pertain more towards the Mars sign. You can find these videos on my channel homepage underneath the playlist section. Each playlist is devoted to a particular zodiac sign, so make sure you check those out. Now let's get started. The ruler of Aries is Mars. Mars is the ruler of aggression, battle, passion, sex. When it comes to the element of Aries, Aries element is fire. So these are two fire signs. This can be a very dynamic relationship or a very explosive relationship. So what attracts these two to each other? One thing about Aries, two Aries are loners. They're very independent. They're not the type of signs that eagerly seek a committed relationship. However, they're very sexual signs, so they're very driven by what they see and what they have going on down there. That goes for both male and female Aries. So when they lay eyes on each other, they're probably thinking the other person is really hot, very sexy, probably already imagining them naked. Now, some signs wouldn't see this as a good start to a relationship. That's not how Aries is though. Aries is very driven by their nether regions. So these two do tend to get into a physical relationship quite quickly, but I'm going to save the physical part of the relationship for the bedroom part of this video. What do they have in common? They're both go-getters. If they have a dream, an aspiration, a professional goal, or they see somebody that they want and desire, they have no problem going after it. In fact, they admire each other's go-getter attitude and their drive for life. They find it so sexy. They're looking into a mirror when they're with each other. So they really do value this in one another. Another thing about Aries is that they're straight shooters. They're completely blunt. And even though this would upset another sign or offend another sign, no, Aries is not offended by this. Aries admires this and it respects somebody telling them how it is. And an Aries has no problem telling another Aries how it is and what's going on. Now, what type of dates do these two go on? Aries is a very physical sign, so they like a lot of dates that acquire a lot of physical activity. Think mountain biking, climbing a mountain, hiking, swimming, something where they're both going to be very physical and active. They will enjoy these things. Most Aries like the outdoors. I said most, not all. Remember, I'm not trying to make every Aries the same, but they mostly value these type of dates. They're also very optimistic. They have this really great positive attitude towards life, and when they see another Aries, another more grounded sign, let's say another earth sign, would probably tell Aries how impractical they are and how reckless they are. But when an Aries is with another Aries, they found somebody who's kindred and similar to them, someone who understands them and won't make them feel bad about being this way. Now, like I say with every person who's dating their own zodiac sign, there is a 50-50 chance for this relationship to work or not work. Because they share the same similarities, they also share the same dark traits. So what dark traits does Aries have? Well, we all know, because of Aries ruler Mars, that they have this really hot, really bad temper. See, even though Aries can get over something pretty quickly, they're very easily angered. The littlest thing can upset them. So these two are going to have explosive fights. It doesn't matter which Aries started it. Once Aries gets into it, the other Aries is going to join in. It's going to be a war zone battle. But I'm going to put a positive spin on this later. But let's just keep this in mind. They do tend to fight a lot. And when they fight dirty. Cuss words, insults, past mistakes, they bring it in. I mean, they're really dirty when they fight with each other. Another thing about Aries tends to be self-centered, a little bit selfish, and yet they want to be babied. They want to be spoiled. So if Aries wants to be spoiled, they're gonna have to take turns in being the giver. They just can't be the taker. And this is something hard for Aries. Now, I know there's going to be some Aries on the comments saying, you're wrong, not all Aries are like this. I never said all Aries are like this. That's why I said to take your birth chart into account, guys. Don't be attacking Jilly. But yes, Aries in general are known to be quite selfish and not very giving. Another thing about Aries is even though they allow each other their room to breathe and be their own independent person, they're also very possessive. Their partner better not be flirting with another person or look like they're appearing to be too nice to another person. Otherwise, Aries is going to butt heads with another Aries and try to tell them what to do and possess them, which is so odd considering the fact that they like to be loners. And Aries does not like to be told what to do or how to act or who to talk to. They'll try to tell the other Aries how to do it, but the Aries who's barking the demands doesn't want the same rules applied to them. So there's got to be some type of common ground or some type of place where they can compromise. So hopefully one of these Aries has earth or air in their Mercury, which is going to give them a more practical or more intellectual way of compromising, because if they're just fighting and using that Mars energy to fight, there's not going to be a lot of good compromise in this relationship. And as far as giving, hopefully one of these Aries has some water in their moon sign and Venus sign, hopefully. So there's a more emotional aspect to the relationship. Now, when it comes to the bedroom, you know how I told you earlier I was going to put a positive spin to all that fighting? Well, Aries is kind of twisted in this manner. Fighting makes them so horny, super horny, because even though they don't like the act of fighting them like itself, they like what comes afterwards. They love that hot, angry, passionate, fiery, I'm gonna get even with you sex. They love that sex because it's so intense, it's so physical, it's so animalistic, it's combustible. These two will cause an explosion when they're having sex. They are very sexually compatible. There's a lot of aggression. Each Aries is going to want to mount the other. It doesn't matter if it's a female or male. They're going to want to mount each other. There's going to be a lot of aggressive masculine energy because Aries itself is a masculine sign. Now, even though their physical needs are going to be met, their lustful and their spark is going to be met. That one element that I was telling you earlier, because Aries does tend to be quite selfish in the bedroom. Hopefully one of them has a Mars sign that's in a water, so one's giving. But they're going to have to take turns in providing pleasure for each other and not just take it. Another good thing about this sexual relationship, they can keep going and going and going. Aries males, they can recuperate in half the time that other males can in the zodiac. You know how most males need like 20 minutes to recuperate before they can get going again? Now Aries can do that in half the time. An Aries male can't. And the female Aries can go again and again and again and again. Like, oh, you want to go again? Okay, hold up. All right, let's do this. They have a lot of sexual energy. There's a lot of energy when it comes to this match. Again, it's your girl Jilly. If you guys are like my videos, please support my work by making a donation to the links below. I have a PayPal link, a tag for Cash App. You can donate to me there. Any little bit helps and it does support the channel. If you want to get to know me a little bit more and see what I do in my life and see my inspirational quotes, you can always follow me on Instagram and add me as a friend there. I do occasionally ask questions on my story, let you guys have some feedback and some input, so I do have a good time with my Instagram followers. So please be sure to follow me. Again, it's your girl Jilly. This is my last astrology video for a long time. I'm trying to move on to the paranormal, tarot cards, crystals, and angel numbers. Again, I love you guys so much. Thank you for all love and support. Peace.